I was so excited when these were announced, and then they never came to the States. Thank goodness for eBay. Not a plug. I literally just bought these on eBay, and yeah, I'm so excited though.
YouTubers, we're just like you.
No, they're all shills.
WearTesters, we're just like you.
Correct. Yo, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look at these bad boys right here, and this, my friends, is the Adidas Top 10 2000 that did not release in 2000. They released in 1996, which is really interesting. One of the best draft classes ever for the NBA. This guy right here who wore this shoe, some of you guys might know his name is Kobe Bryant. He's a legend, and he was actually drafted alongside certain players like Allen Iverson, also a legend. Interestingly enough, they both signed with separate brands, one with Reebok, one with Adidas. And here we go. So like I was saying, these guys were announced, I think last year. Then we saw nothing. And for whatever reason, they only released overseas. I don't know if we're ever gonna see them release here in the States. I was super bummed, but I was just scrolling through eBay one night. I said this many times before, but I have like a weird mental like checklist of shoes that I just periodically search for. This was one of them. And yeah, I decided to just look for it, and boom, there it was. And I was like, it wasn't like for retail or anything like that, but it wasn't too expensive either. So for the price and for, you know, the history of the shoe, I decided to grab them, and now we're here. But what I do like is that I have reviewed this shoe before, okay, a long time ago, and I actually did watch that video, and that was pretty bad, like a cringe fest. If you guys think I'm cringy now, you don't know cringe, okay? But those shoes, the first retro, it wasn't the first retro, but the first retro that I had reviewed, they were way different than these. They didn't have all of the extra and this guy right here is as close to the original version that Kobe actually wore, which I think is really dope. One of those things that they did is put the feet you wear back on the shoe. Not just the actual feet you wear, but a little face or foot face. And I thought it was really cool because right here, hey, he's also on the insole. One of the things that I thought was real interesting though is that on that last retro that I had reviewed, on the toe right here it said patent pending etched into the outsole, which it does not on these guys. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if they got the patent back or the rights back to feet you wear. Obviously they did, but you know, feet you wear was created and owned by someone else, much like Boost. And then we got the feet you wear traction right here, herringbone, everything. These guys right here were rugged. These are way more comfortable on top of that compared to the other pair that I actually played in those, and the pods were not made the same. They were like really round and bubbly, and they pushed into the bottom of my foot. And a long time ago in high school, I actually broke my right foot right behind the big toe, the knuckle area. I don't know what it's called, but so like these pods would push into that section and really cause a lot of pain. These guys do not do that, so I was happy about that. But this was actually one of 3 original Adidas equipment models that Kobe wore during his rookie season. So he went between these guys, the EQT, it wasn't the EQT, they're all the EQT line, which was Adidas equipment. And then it was these, the Top 10 2010, which is a weird name because again, this is 2006, so you had the 2000 2010. And then also what was most notable in his rookie season was the EQT Elevation, and that's a shoe that he won the slam dunk competition in, which I've also reviewed. But anyways, the ads for these were really interesting. One of the promo images for the shoe is like, I wouldn't say it's iconic, but to me it's like really memorable because he actually broke his arm or his hand or something like that way back then. And so he has a cast in all of the promo shots. You normally don't see that kind of shit. Especially today, they'd Photoshop the hell out of that. Like they'd definitely take it out. But like I was saying, we got full on herringbone right here. They don't make shit like this anymore, unfortunately. Tons of flex grooves on top of that. And despite how it looks, a lot of this is actually solid rubber right there. There is a break right here in the toe flex zone. So this little line that you see at top, that is actually the foam midsole underneath. This is one of the, well, it's one of the feet you wear shoes, but it's one of the more like notable kind of like barefoot style minimalist basketball shoes. So this is like court feel before they marketed court feel. What this was all about was mimicking your foot and its natural movements, making you a better player just because you're able to do what you normally would do without any restriction. That's what feet you wear was all about. I'm sure that they would probably market it totally different in today's world. And yeah, this is not a resto mod, which I was kind of surprised with. I thought that they would have been, or possibly, but yeah, there's no bounce or boost or anything like that in these, which some people might find unfortunate. The midsole itself is basic EVA, and it feels like it. You're right there on the ground and stuff. So yeah, if you wanted something that was court feel only, these guys are it. The upper on these guys, I just think is beautiful. This colorway, I really love. Like, I think that they're awesome. The entire upper is synthetic, so there's not any genuine leathers on here, but you got a synthetic white leather, you got blue synthetic nubuck. The underlay panel is all mesh. And then one of my favorite aspects of the shoe is how they incorporated the 3 stripes logo. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about here. Bungees. It's cool. Bungees, zippers, I like it.
That's what she said.
They're not hard to get on, by the way. When you get in there, they feel good. They don't feel like they're like attacking your feet either. It just feels nice. Also, just a little design cue that I just really love is a little bubble back there, man. Reminds me of like the Jumpman Pro.
Is it squishy?
No, it's like a marble, dude. It's like hard as shit. I don't know why I like weird things on shoes, but there's always like that one little thing on a shoe where I'm like, yeah, I like that. And it's that little piece. Also, this is not a plug either, but my friend Pat Benson, this guy right here detailed all of this in this book. So if you ever wanted to know all of Kobe's shoe history, you can grab this right now. It's over on Amazon. And I believe all the proceeds still go towards the Mamba Foundation. So if you were interested, you can do that. He actually quoted me a couple of times because I helped him answer a few questions on the Nike days, but he notes everything from the Adidas time frame and onward. So I think that it's a really great book. It could use some pictures, but if you like words only, it's all good. Now, as far as fit is concerned, they do fit true to size. So if you were in the market for a pair, that's exactly what I would recommend. And yeah, I just think that these are awesome. This is a weird time frame in the Kobe sneaker history because it could be a little confusing because just in that rookie year, he wore 3 shoes.
That is confusing.
It is confusing. They were all, the way to think about it is that they were all the Adidas equipment stuff as far as the basketball, because there was other equipment models. That was that, but he did have signature shoes. These are not them, even though he wore them, so people consider this a Kobe.
The toasters?
No, so that's later. So, and it was a car. But I do see where you're coming from. It looks like that little toaster.
It does.
From the cartoon.
Yeah.
But no, so after he wore the EQT series, he did get a signature line, but they called it the KB line. So it was the Adidas KB8, and then there was the KB8 2s. Those are now renamed to the Crazy series. So it's the Crazy 8 and the Crazy 8 2s.
Okay.
And,
because they can't use his name?
Well, yeah, because he was a Nike endorsee.
Okay.
Yeah, so like...
It's like what Jordan Brand does by removing athletes.
Yes.
Got it.
Which is why I think we still have not gotten a Vindicate retro.
Okay.
Which we should, but that's a different story for a different day. It happened, but it got cut.
It did.
In the Pro Strong. I went off. It was an awesome shoe. But anyways, we're here to talk about this stuff. So yeah, so you had the KB8, the KB8 2, there was a KB8 3 that I believe got scrapped or it got released in certain areas. I cannot remember. And then that's when there was the Kobe, and that was the Audi shoe. And the Kobe I thought was dope. Like it looked like kind of like their version of a Foamposite. Like it was just big and bubbly. Now the Kobe 2 was awful. Okay, that's the toaster. That's the one with the shell toe. The laces are covered. I think that those are hideous. I've always thought that they're hideous. They are some people's favorite Kobe, which I understand because some people liked that weird outside the box. But yeah, and then I think that there was a third version of that too that also didn't get released, but that's during, you know, stuff. There was mixed reports back in the day where like his contract canceled by Adidas or whatever. That actually, they go over that in the sneaker history book. And so it turns out that he was just unhappy over there. And so he bought out his contract. That was the free agent sneaker season. And he wore like a little bit of everything. And then he signed with Nike and the rest is history. But that pretty much takes care of these guys. Again, this is the Adidas Top 10 2000, part of the original EQT line, original 90s basketball EQT line. There was other EQTs before this. They were training shoes and stuff like that. But part of the basketball stuff. Again, one of the first shoes that Kobe wore as a rookie, one of 3. Which one do you think? Or you don't know what the other ones look like? Hold on 1 second. So that's the 2010 one. They also have the feet you wear. They're a little different, okay? Yeah, I can tell she doesn't like those already. And then that's the Dunk Contest EQT Elevation. I love these, okay? These are awesome. So out of the 3.
It would be this.
Okay. Out of the 3, this is my favorite as well. I do feel that the Elevation is the one most tied to Kobe. Like that's the one where when I see that, I think those are Kobe's. Whereas this is definitely like, well, he wore it, it's not like a Kobe, but yeah, I think that the Elevation one is like, those are Kobe's. But anyways, you let us know what you think about these down below in the comment section. Feel free to rank the 3 EQT models from your least favorite to worst. Nope, that's the same thing. Also, feel free to rank the 3 EQT models yourself down below in the comment section. And again, if you were interested in grabbing a pair, they did release overseas, just not here in the States for whatever reason. And again, I got mine on eBay, so happy hunting. This I got around Easter. I was gonna be like, but then we got other shoes. The happy hunting thing would have been better for that.
That would have been really clever.
It would have been. But again, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Until next time, guys, have a good one.